The book it started off looking at his online record, but it really expanded from that. As we realised one thing led to another and led to more questions, and we realised there was additional information that really needed to be covered. So the book covers the white nationalist movement that the terrorist came out of, his background, his connection to an Australian far-right movement, and then his progression towards the violence, his move to New Zealand and his planning and preparation of the attack itself, the investigation, and then the Royal Commission of Inquiry that looked into the investigation. And then we sort of bring it up to date in terms of looking at the way he's been able to incite numerous other people around the world to violence. So we consider that question as well. It's the reasonably rare in terms of discussing such a dark topic, but in a way that is for a general reader rather than somebody who's kind of immersed in the academic literature. One of Us by Asni Sayestad on the terrorist attack in Norway in 2011 is a fantastic book, and we both read that. A great deal of academic literature on this topic.
Can't really think of anything that's quite like this because it's got so many elements to it, where it's got our academic research, which went through peer review publications, and so it puts that in the context of the white nationalist movement and some of those other sort of more heady academic topics, but then presents it all for the general reader and gives just the history of what has happened for this attack in this country, and then also what's happened after that. So as a book, it's quite unique in being able to cover so much ground very concisely and in a way that's we've tried to make it as approachable for people as possible, given the main topic of what it is. Yeah. So we have to acknowledge that it's a very difficult subject matter, but it's such a significant event in the country's history that people really should know as much as they can about it in a safe and careful way that we've delivered the information. There's a lot of work that's been done before us, which we've been able to incorporate, and we've done a lot of additional research and analysis and found a whole new list of issues and concerns that really are important for New Zealanders and Australians to engage with.
Can I add to that one of the key things we want to get out of, we would like to see come from the book, is just that we, and when I say we, I mean the country as a whole, but in particular the authorities, learn from the way he was able to prepare and plan his attack and why he did it. Because there's only the only way we're going to be able to prevent similar sort of events like this happening is if we understand how that was able to occur. So we have to learn those lessons properly. One of the key things as readers of the book will see is that we critique the Royal Commission of Inquiry for really not addressing those questions adequately, and so we've attempted to do that.
And many people that we've spoken to feel that it's already been dealt with, and so the book actually outlines lots of ways that it hasn't, and so it's really important for people to engage with those difficult questions and those difficult topics and see how we can actually improve systems, how we can actually, for the families themselves that are affected by this event most closely, do them justice by actually having a proper inquiry and actually understanding how this occurred and preventing it from happening again.